Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. Coach Jason here. So today I want to talk about putting the pieces together in some marathon progression workouts. Okay, a couple different types: VO2 max types, marathon pace to half marathon pace types, progressions, and tinkering with the long run in a way that makes it more favorable to marathon racing. Okay, three different types today. You're a runner or a coach. Want to be subscribed to this channel, please hit that sub button before you leave and hit all the notifications. That way you'll know when videos do come out. Okay, you know when I go live, and I'm always here to talk to you in any capacity that you need. If you have questions, blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com is my email address. You're more than welcome to reach out to me. I've got 500 videos on this channel plus that I'm happy to talk about. So, and I want you to know, whether you're a coach, athlete, or an aspiring coach, I want you to know as much as possible, so you're prepared, or as well prepared as you're going to be. I'm here to help empower you. There's nothing more rewarding. So you can empower your athletes. I mean, really, it's one of the most rewarding things in the world. But now, let's talk about segment here number one. Okay, these are VO2 max types. Okay, so the first one, you got 800-meter reps, as you can see. You're building towards 10 reps over time. In some cases, 12 reps. But you can see here, the rest is equal to the reps. So if you're looking to run 4 hours, which is almost 9 minutes per mile, you're looking to run these 800-meter reps in 4 minutes, which is essentially almost a minute per mile faster than marathon pace. But with the shorter reps like this, it's easier to do. Not the easiest thing in the world to do, but it's easier to do than the longer reps. Okay? So if you need to progress towards that, then you progress towards that over time. And you could do this in a way you could do 4 reps, then 6 reps, then 8 reps, then 10 reps, and so on. Every couple of weeks, you add a few reps to it. It's a sign of progression. It shows you can handle more volume. And when you're training for the marathon, doing more volume at goal paces is a key part of the training process. So something to keep in mind. Then you could progress up to 1,200-meter reps. And the same thing, at VO2 max, the rest is recovery to rep. So if you're looking to run, I'll use 4 minutes as an example. Now, 4 minutes is for the 1,200 is a little bit different. That's 520 per mile. So now you're looking to run, if you're looking to run a marathon at about 620 per mile or something in that ballpark, you're looking to run about 520 per mile, which is 4 minutes per rep on 1,200-meter reps. So, and it's a little bit of calculating to do, but it's anywhere between 50 to 60 seconds faster per mile than your goal marathon pace is what you're looking to run these reps. And since the reps are longer, the rest periods are going to be longer. So if you're running these in 4 minutes, or let's just say 4:30, which is 6 minute per mile pace for the marathon, then you're running these at 3:45, about 5 minutes per mile pace, or 5:10 per mile pace. So, but you're looking to take that. If you're running the reps in 5 minutes, you're taking 5-minute recovery. If you're running them in 3:45, you're taking 3:45 recovery, and so on. So, and this one you can even progress from a little bit slower marathon pace, and you work your way towards. Now you're looking at probably 10K pace for these, and you're progressing towards that throughout the workout. And again, this is the same type of thing where 1,200-meter reps, you could start at 4, and you can go to 6, and you can even go to 8. It's gonna be hard to do 10 of these, but 6 of these, 7,200. That's equal to 9 800-meter reps, just to keep it in perspective in terms of volume. Okay, and then you can move towards mile reps or 1,600-meter reps. Here, if you can get to the 5 or 6 of these reps over time, that's it. VO2 max. If you're running these in 5 minutes, taking 5-minute recovery, and so on. So if you're looking to run a marathon at 6-minute pace, you're running these in 5 minutes or 5:10. You're looking to run the marathon at 9-minute pace, you're running these in 8 minutes or 8:10, and so on. If you're looking to run a marathon at 7-minute pace, you're running these in 6 to 6:10, and you're going to take equal recovery at 6-minute recovery. It's a lot of recovery, yes, but you're running significantly faster than the marathon pace, per mile pace. So the recovery is definitely justified and warranted. Okay, so these are progression reps in terms of VO2 max. These are the 3 types. Now, let's move it to these type of progressions. But now we're just progressing from marathon pace to half marathon pace. Okay, a little bit more volume here. 6 times a mile, but there's a little bit more prescribed recovery too. Now you take a 2-minute recovery. It's different than VO2 max. So it's important to keep that in mind. You're building towards 6 times a mile. Just because you can't handle it, you might not be able to handle it, your athletes can't handle it now, that's okay. Okay, that's totally okay. And I'm going to point something out. A lot of times we have this expectation that if other athletes can do this, then our athletes should be able to do that. That's not the reality. Even other athletes have taken time, national class, world class, they take time to build towards these volumes. Okay, everybody does. That's an important part. We can't just go out and do the top end volume of these types of workouts. So it's just an important thing to keep in mind. Now let's get back to the slide. Okay, so you're 6 times a mile with a 2-minute recovery, marathon pace to half marathon pace progression. So it gets a little bit faster. And marathon pace is essentially maybe 10 to 15 seconds per mile slower than half marathon pace. So that's the progression here. Then you're progressing towards 5 times 1.5 mile, which is 7.5 miles worth of volume. 2:30 recovery here. Same progression, marathon pace to half marathon